Okay, thank you very much for introduction. And first of all, I like to apologize that I was not able to present the planned time due to I was still called by some of the urgent issue that I need to attend. So my apologies, but I like to first of all thank the government of Chile, our good partner, particularly Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I understand Julio has made opening remarks, and also Ministry of Environment of Chile, Mr. Alfonso. And I also just heard the voices from the Mr. Juan Pedro, Minister of Energy. So I'd like to really thanks for all your participation, and also like to thank the organizer, Global Environmental Center, for organizing this seminar, and also like to thank all the participants to participate today's event. Again, it's being delayed, my presentation, but I again welcome all of you to attend today's seminar. So I'd like to introduce some of the development of the JCM, JCM, Joint Integrated Mechanism. Maybe some of the participants may know some of those updates, but particularly for the audience for the Chilean side, we would like to provide you the updated information, at least from Japanese side. And I heard there are several good presentations from Chile side, particularly for the updates on NDCs and also carbon neutralities toward 2050. And again, Japan, we also made a pledge that we are also aiming to zero emission by 2050. So I think maybe together we try to achieve our common objectives to make our carbon neutral society. But just going to the detail on the JCM. First, maybe this is very the common, maybe you have seen this before, but we, again, under this bilateral mechanism, we have been facilitating the diffusion of the low carbon, now we are calling it decarbonizing technologies through this mechanism. And we also try to evaluate these emission reductions through the robust monitoring, reporting, verifications. And also those credit will be issued and those could be used towards the NDC of each country. So I think those JCMs could be used towards the achievement of NDCs under the Paris Agreement. And of course, through this, we are aiming to achieve the ultimate objective of the UNFCCC and the Paris Agreement. And also from this year, as this Paris Agreement enter into force, we are also aiming to be the part of the Article 6 to be finalized in next COP26. But we are, I think we are also trying to make our JCM ready for the Article 6 rule. So with this partnering with Chile, we started our collaborations under the JCM since 2015. And since then, we have been increasing of the projects. And now we have 17 countries. We also communicating with some other potential countries to expand our cooperation. But again, we have a concrete agreement with the 70 countries, which we are implementing projects in various countries. Under the support of the Minister of Environment Japan, we have now the total of 170 22 projects. And that will be, of course, the mitigation projects, but also it covers the RED Plus projects and also the from gas recovery and destruction projects. So it becomes a quite variety of the projects being covered through this our financial support. And in terms of Chile, we have 5 projects being selected under this JCM model projects. And maybe there was already some presentations on this, but again, we are really pleased to see a new development of the projects. Like this year, we have selected a 3 megawatt solar power projects. Also, this is combination with the agriculture sector in the farmland. And the last year, we also adopted the 3 megawatt light husk power generation projects. This is also something new other than the solar power projects, which we have also selected in the previous years. So we are seeing gradual increase in the project pipeline, and of course we are looking forward to more projects coming in Chile through JCM. So of course this workshop is also intended to facilitate more projects in Chile. So again, we are really pleased to see those developments happening under the JCM. In terms of how we support JCM development, what they call the JCM model projects, which government of Japan, through the Ministry of Environment, we provide the upfront financing up to the cost of half of the cost. And through this, we are also generating the budget for the around 90 millions in this year, and next year we are also hoping to have the same amount so that we can continue to support the projects that can be generated under this JCM. So this is the main financing support that we are providing, and together with this, we have so-called JCM fluorocarbon gas recovery and destruction model projects. This is the particularly we are covering the fluorocarbons such as HFCs. And those are coming from the air conditioning in the car or air conditioning in the commercial buildings. Normally, those are not recovered. So under this scheme, we try to create a recovery scheme and not only recover, but also destroy the fluorocarbon contents through the special equipment. So we try to support such introduction of equipment. Again, this is a part of the greenhouse gases, and we think this is also contributing to the climate neutrality in each partner country. So again, we look forward to having this types of the projects will be also coming from Chile side. So far, we have 2 countries which are selected under this scheme. And also, we are expanding our cooperation with the international organizations such as World Bank. We have made a memorandum of cooperations regarding the scaling up of the JCM with the World Bank. So we are now closely working with them to support the JCM. So I'm not going detail about this, how we and the World Bank try to do, and this is of course something we like to discuss with the government of Chile, how we can support the JCM under the World Bank support. But we are also thinking to provide the JCM as a kind of pilot project where the World Bank can also replicate similar projects in their program. So we look forward to utilizing this kind of international support to scale up the JCM projects. So the recent development of the JCM, I just wanted to touch upon several work that we have been currently doing. The first is the contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals. Obviously, JCM support the climate mitigations, but at the same time, that provides more co-benefits that can provide. So we try to use JCM as a way to achieve the sustainable development goals in the partner country. And in related to this, we developed the guideline on gender equity for the joint creative mechanism. So at least those projects which we selected under the JCM model projects, we are applying this guideline and try to improve the inequality in the gender and also try to implement these actual measures through the JCM implementation. And thirdly, we are also applying the JCM to the international carbon offset scheme for the international aviation. So this year we have applied with the Mongolia for the application of Corsia. And of course, this is something we can discuss with the consultation with Chile. And I think this is also one opportunities that the JCM can also tap in the future. And other than the World Bank, we have already established a cooperation with the Asian Development Bank. And also recently, we have signed the joint declaration with the UNIDO, the Industrial Development Organization under the United Nations to support the JCM implementation. So again, we are increasing our collaboration with the international organization. So this is just an example of how the JCM contribute to the several goals of SDGs. Again, it's very important to connect how the JCM contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals, and this would also encourage more private sectors and ESG financing to be more visible in their investment. And of course, this is one of the objective of implementation of the JCM for the achievement of sustainable development in the country. I'm sorry. And also, of course, under this year particularly, we have a very extraordinary situations under the coronavirus pandemic. And we believe that the JCM could also contribute to the addressing the current situations. For example, the JCM can provide the more technologies in the medical supply chain for the for more energy efficient technologies, as well as the more remote sensing technology being implemented. So that no direct interference, while we can continue to operate without having much direct contact. So I think this JCM model project, or JCM, I think we can introduce such new technologies and also addressing the COVID-19 at the same time. So I think we can also think about how we can use the JCM to recover from the COVID-19, and this is something we also like to encourage throughout this workshop. So again, we just wanted to emphasize that the JCM is not only just contribute to the emission reduction of greenhouse gases, but also achieve the sustainable development goals, as well as addressing the current COVID-19 situations. Together with the government of Chile, we would like to facilitate more the project development. And I hope today's workshop could be contributing to that objective. So with that, I'd like to thank for your listening, and of course, happy to hear any questions. And I try to stay as much as I could. So with that, thank you very much for listening.